Gentlemen, ladies, as this video is titled, these are the best MF Doom and MF Grimm action figures on the market right now. Well, how are these MF Doom and MF Grimm figures if it's not Doom and Grimm himself, you might ask? Not to worry, my good brethren, I will fill you in on all those details. If you must know why these three characters signify MF Doom and the universe he created, then one needs to understand the origins on how these three characters are intertwined with one another. So let me give you a brief overview on how these three are related to MF Doom and MF Grimm. Daniel Dumoulin, or what he's famously known as MF Doom, has gone by multiple names throughout his career. His most famous alter ego being MF Doom has taken inspiration from a well-known and loved villain in the Marvel Universe, which is Dr. Doom. Doom has used this name for some of his most famous works, with that including Operation Doomsday and Food. This moniker is what he's mainly known by for the majority of his career, but he has also gone by a few other aliases, including the ones being talked about in this video. The second name he went by was King Ghidorah, or King Ghidorah, how he had it spelled, was a short-lived alter ego of Doom which took inspiration from one of the most famous kaijus, King Ghidorah, from the Godzilla universe. Sadly, we've only received one album under the King Ghidorah moniker titled Take Me to Your Leader, but it holds some of Doom's best tracks like Phasers and Antimatter. The third name he went by is Victor Von. Just like his MF Doom moniker, he also took inspiration from Dr. Doom, but instead he decided to use Dr. Doom's real name, which is Victor Von Doom. He released two albums under the Victor Von moniker, which are Vaudeville Villain and VV2 Venomous Villain. If you ask me, Vaudeville Villain is the better album of the two and is one of Doom's best albums overall. Last but not least, we have Jaguar. Now I know what you're thinking, this isn't MF Doom, and you're right. Jaguar is associated with a well-known Doom collaborator who goes by MF Grimm. So why is he included in this list, you may ask? That's because he's a key collaborator in the MF Doom universe and has been featured on some of Doom's most iconic works. They also have an EP together called MF EP. Grimm has also formed a supergroup that included Doom, which was called Monster Island Czars. So yes, I think it's safe to say MF Grimm is just as important as Doom, since he helped create the MF Doom universe that we all know and love. So he has to be included here. Also too, Grimm took the alias Jaguar from the kaiju himself, which is also from the Godzilla universe. So now that you are up to speed on why I refer these three characters as the best MF Doom and MF Grimm action figures, you can now hopefully understand why these three play an important role to the artists themselves. While we don't have actual good action figures of MF Doom and Grimm themselves, we have the next best thing, and that is who they were inspired by. Now, with all that being said, let's take a look at these figures in detail and see why they are the best.
King Ghidorah.
Starting off the list, we'll be taking a look at the King Ghidorah 1991 version from Hiya Toys. Now, if you haven't already noticed, this beast is massive and offers sheer presence when you have him displayed on your shelf. He stands well over 12 inches from the top of his wings, so you already know you're going to need a dedicated shelf for him alone. Unfortunately, he does not have any accessories included with them, but that's alright because he more than makes up for it in the aesthetics and articulation. Now for the articulation, we'll start with the heads since they're one of the biggest highlights on the figure in general. They're on ball joints, so you can move them around however you like without any restrictions to them. The heads also have an articulated tongue that are on a hinge, so you can move them up and down, which is a neat feature to have. The tails are also another big highlight on this figure since they do operate the same as the heads do. They're on ball joints, so again, you can move them around however you like and you won't have to worry about them breaking or snapping on you. This figure is very durable overall, so you won't have to worry about it breaking on you as long as you don't roughhouse with it. The wings are on a hinge joint which are connected to his back, and you can move them up and down to your pleasing. The biggest surprise about them is that they have bendy wire in the wings itself, so you can really get some good movement out of them. The quality of the wires is good, but still use caution when handling them because they can break over time if you push them to their limits. I recommend keeping them as they are so that the figure can last longer over time. He has a fair ab crunch. The legs are also on a single ball joint, so you're not getting that much range out of them, but that's totally fine since the main focal point of this figure is the heads and tails when it comes to articulation. They're the ones doing the heavy lifting here, and they do a great job of doing so. Overall, this is without a doubt the best King Ghidorah figure on the market right now. Its pros outweighs its cons by a country mile if you ask me. While the limited articulation on the lower half of the figure and the lack of accessories is left to be desired, it more than makes up for it in its size, level of accuracy, great upper body articulation, and its overall appeal, which makes this the perfect representation of MF Doom's alter ego, King Ghidorah. Next, we'll be taking a look at the SH Monster Arts Jet Jaguar from Tamashii Nations. This figure has a lot going for itself, from its aesthetics to the articulation. He stands a little over 7 inches tall from the top of his head, so he has some good size to him. Now, he's not the most appealing like King Ghidorah is, but at least he has some accessories included to help pick up the slack. Speaking of which, he comes with a decent spread to help elevate this figure. But I will say that these little pieces included with them are a pain in the ass to deal with, and I'm going to show you why. These bits are interchangeable antennas for his fly pose that you can put him in. The problem is, instead of giving you an alternate faceplate to help accommodate this, they decided to make the consumer swap out the standard antennas and replace them with the flying set. That means you have to deal with the tiny bits that are prone to get lost if not handled carefully. Why they decided to do this is beyond me. It's honestly the dumbest shit ever, but it is what it is. Thankfully, they are easy to swap out and look good as the end result, but do keep this in mind. For the articulation, he's a bit finicky to mess with since he has some unique features on the joints. He has double jointed arms, which don't offer the best of range, but they did do a good job of hiding the joints, so it looks nicely flush when bending them. Ab crunch on him is not the best. He can crunch this far forward and this far back, so that could have been executed better. His lower abdomen is made of a softer plastic, which is an interesting choice on their end. His head articulation is also not the greatest, but given his overall character design, it's understandable, and they did the best they could for what they are working with. For his legs, he has double jointed knees, but they can barely do 90 degrees, so they're not as good as they should be. The kneecaps are on a floating piece, so they tend to pop out easily when bent, so I'm not a fan of that design whatsoever. For his hips, they're on a weird segmented system, so you have to find that sweet spot to get his legs to move around properly. Poorly engineered if you ask me, and should have been better executed. He can almost do the splits, but that weird hip joint they gave him prevents it from doing so. For the feet, they're on a hinge joint which works excellent and allows for a good ankle pivot, so no problems there. Unfortunately, there's no toe hinge added, which would have been nice to see, but they're fine for what they are. Overall, the articulation is decent, but given the nature of his character, since he's not the most acrobatic, it's perfectly acceptable for what we have. Overall, I think this is the best Jet Jaguar figure on the market. While he doesn't have the greatest articulation, his overall charm and appeal definitely makes up for it and is the best figure to represent MF Grimm's alter ego.
Mic check.
Last but not least, we have the Mezco 112 Dr. Doom figure. If you're looking to have any sort of MF Doom representation in action figure format, then you at least need to have Dr. Doom, and Mezco currently has the best offering of Doom on the market. This figure is a work of art, and you can tell when you have one in hand. A lot of the parts are made of die-cast metal, so you know you're getting something of high quality from this figure. It goes without saying that this is the best figure of the bunch, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's perfect. There are some issues that need to be addressed, but for now, let's focus on what this guy is packed with, because trust me, this guy has a lot to offer. So for the aesthetics, this guy also has soft goods for his outfit alongside the die-cast armor. The cape does have bendy wire in it, but I'll go over that in the articulation section later on in the video. He stands just about 7 inches tall, so he does have some height to him. Also, he has a feature that you normally don't see on a Dr. Doom figure, and that is interchangeable heads. What I mean is that not only can you have him displayed as Doom, but you can also have him displayed as Victor Von Doom as well. Hey, would you look at that, a 2-in-1 special. He also includes multiple masks and heads, but we'll get into that in the accessory section, which we'll go ahead and dive into now. He comes with 3 trays of accessories, which is crazy to think about when you compare him to other figure companies. The first tray houses the figure alongside with interchangeable hands, 2 additional masks, 1 additional head, a belt, a gun holder, a spell book and its stand to help him hold it, and thruster effects. The second tray has a pair of stun shocker hands and some electric effects. The third and final tray has his rocket thrusters, a spell effect, his cosmic power siphon harness, 3 LR626 batteries to power on the harness, 3 blast effects, 2 rocket thruster effects, a stand, and lastly you get a baggie to store the accessories in. So yes, this Doom figure has everything you need and more. Now let's go ahead and jump into the articulation section. For the articulation, this is where this figure lacks in, which is unfortunate. The head can lean this far forward and this far back without his hood on. The arms are on a single joint, which means no butterfly joints for the shoulders to function. The arms are double jointed, but it's limited by his armor, so not much range out of them. Ab crunch is pretty much non-existent, so don't expect any range out of it. The legs are also double jointed, so just like the arms, you're not getting much range as well. The hips are surprisingly good, so he can do pretty decent splits, which is no problem for me. The feet are very limited and barely pose. They can move this far forward and backward, which isn't noticeable, and they have a slight ankle rocker, which isn't anything to write home about. His cape does have bendy wire in it, but they didn't implement one at the bottom of the cape, so you're limited to posing it from the sides. They should have added another bendy wire to the bottom of the cape to allow more flexibility out of it. Overall, the articulation is pretty subpar, but given his overall design and how he's almost made entirely of die-cast metal, I'd say it's decent and will get the job done for standard Dr. Doom poses. Overall, this is a really good figure of Dr. Doom. Despite his limited articulation that has a lot to be desired, his accessories and build quality more than make up for it, which makes this the quintessential Dr. Doom figure to represent MF Doom. And there you have it, guys. These are what I consider to be the best MF Doom and MF Grimm action figures out right now. Yes, they're not literally MF Doom and MF Grimm action figures, but they're the next best thing, and that is their alter egos that they were inspired by. Before I close out the video, I want to say rest in peace to MF Doom, one of the greatest artists to ever live, and also major shout out to MF Grimm for putting out dope music for all these years. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming videos in the near future. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen.
And so, Victor Von Doom hid from the world, taking refuge with the mysterious Order of Monks. Here he became Dr. Doom.